Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about how to set up a double bass. More often than not, bass players are forgotten about in an orchestra. We sit in the back of the room, we don't really have the melody very often, and we're often ignored. That's not fair, especially to me as a bass player. First step, we gotta make sure we have good posture and we're set up properly. This video is to help you with it. So first, you gotta have a bass. Bam, got a bass. Now what? Well, first things first, we never spin the bass, we never drop the bass. Two things bass players never do, and as you progress, you'll understand why. So first thing first, you gotta get your end pin set up. Now your end pin is varied based on height. So you wanna get something that's comfortable for you. You loosen the twist, bring out the end pin, tighten it super tight so it doesn't slide back in. Grab the instrument by the neck, pick it up, and bam, you're in action. What's a good way of telling how tall it is? Well, if the bridge lines up with your fingers, it's probably a good height. Now there's two different methods of playing bass. You can either play sitting down or playing standing up. Let's first go over how to sit down with the bass. So first, you need a bass stool. Well, bass players, when we sit on the stool, we have to sit kind of funny. Well, we sit on the stool, we take our left leg, place our heel on the bend of the stool, and our right leg flat on the ground. Now what do I do with this? Well, you bring it in close, and you rest it on that bent leg. You want it to where your first tape is going to be right about by where your eye is. You may need a rock stop, and you want to position it to where you can hug the bass. I can move my arms, I can twist, it's not going anywhere. It's positioned between my knee and my leg. Now when you're playing the bass, you take your thumb, you take your finger, and you make an L. Place the thumb on this long piece of black wood called the fingerboard. Place your thumb, finger on the string. Now when you bring this hand into the mix, you want to make sure that your elbow is up. Not crazy high, but up, almost like you had a balloon keeping it up. Why? Because if you want to play and make sure your fingers are on the right spot, you can't have anything pulling them down. If you play with your elbow down like this or resting on the bass, not only do you look like a dinosaur with a broken arm, the gravity is pulling your hand down. So as you're gradually playing, your notes start sliding up and up and up until they're the wrong notes. Playing it down. And even the bass disagreed with me. It slid on its own. So keep your elbow up, sit up nice and tall, and relax. The bass is an awkward instrument. Now let's talk about playing the bass standing up. Typically when you play a bass standing up, the input might have to come up a little bit more, but it's quite simple. Have the bass, stand at kind of an angle, and slightly tilt the bass. You want it kind of resting on your shoulder and your hip. Now I'm not going to move around with it as much because I don't have as much stability sitting down, but I am comfortable enough to where I can continue playing. I don't feel any stress, I don't feel like I'm going to drop the bass. One good way to ensure this is check the back of your hand. When you're playing on bass, it's almost like you're making the OK symbol with your thumb and your middle finger. Your thumb will always be behind your middle finger. It'll go the entire way with it as long as you're playing bass. Follow these steps, keep practicing, and check yourself in the mirror every once in a while. Even professionals forget sometimes. Keep doing it, keep practicing, and you're going to be rocking it like it's nothing. Thank you.